to the Smoke and Buzz Network. This is the Wake and Bake Podcast. I'm your host with the smoke, New Jersey Preem, joined as always by my right hand and co-host, Jay Will. What's good, Brody?
Man, everything's good. Everything is everything, man. Yeah, what's
Hold
going
on.
on?
Before we get started, y'all see it, right? Y'all see the merch.
Oh,
Y'all
yeah.
see the merch. I'm going to have a link up real soon in the comments so y'all can go ahead and click on that link, go over the fourth wall,
Man.
and check out all the merchandise that we got over there. This is, you know what I'm saying, my new favorite sweatshirt for real. Y'all probably going to see me wear this
Yeah,
joint a lot for real, y'all.
yeah, man. I know
Yeah.
I slipped this. It's been a very busy week. But when I had time, I had to do this for my team. You know, my Rams. You know, even though we're not in the Super Bowl, unfortunately, our quarterback did win MVP. Shout out to Matthew
He definitely
Stafford.
got the MVP. Yeah, yes, sir.
You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
So I had to wear this in solidarity of my team this week. But only thing better than this, what I got on right now is that Stay Fried shirt, man. That y'all
Come
need to
on,
go
man.
get. You know what
Come
I mean?
on,
'Cause
man.
that's what I'm
I
gonna
need
be.
to
Now, I just gotta do this before this football season's over. But
word.
that's where I need to be. That's where everybody needs. That's where y'all need to be. Yeah, you watch it right now. Yeah, you need to be doing that
And it
Stay
only comes
Fried.
in this color. You know what I'm
Yeah, right
saying?
for now. Yeah.
This sweatshirt for right now ain't gonna come in this color. But we got mad other shirts and mad other colors. You know what I'm saying? So you
Yeah,
guys go over there and check that shit out. I promise you won't be disappointed. For
for
real. I'm
sure.
about to put the link in the comments right now for real. So, but what's the deal, bro? How you feeling?
Man, like I said, man, it's been a busy week, you know what I mean? But I'm good, man. We back hitting the pot, and so that's always a good thing, man. How about yourself, brother? How you doing?
Same shit, different toilet. Can't really complain at all for real, bro.
Man, with
Feeling
you. And
good.
with that being said, man, let's
The
get
the
to there
guy,
it is.
you know what I'm saying?
There it is right there.
The guy, my guy, the GOAT, J. Cole dropped yesterday and shit. And if you guys
Yeah.
wasn't here for the watch along, you might have missed out on some dope ass reaction. And I'm trying to get the full thing up on YouTube, but as of right now, we probably got maybe a third of it up there, probably a little bit more than half up there. But go check that shit out for real. Some dope ass reactions to the first, at least the first album. You got the full first album up there
Mm-hmm.
and shit. So. But dope ass album, bro. I know you got a chance to listen to a couple of tracks, not even a, you know what I'm saying, a portion of
Right.
the album, but you heard a couple
Yeah.
of the tracks and heard some of the production and some of the
Mhm.
flows that he was using, and
If
you said
that's
you liked what you heard and
any
shit.
indication of how the album is in its entirety, or
Hmm.
that's a work of art right there. If he continues on the stuff that I did here, because I didn't get to hear it in its entirety, busy week again, but I'm definitely going to get to it. But if it's anything like of that nature, oh yeah, go on one.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
He
My
just said,
boy came out with a purpose. It's a bittersweet. I've been saying this shit all week. I've been saying this shit. I was saying this shit yesterday. It's a bittersweet feeling as a J. Cole fan because if this is truly his last project, um, I think he went out great. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a perfect way to end your career, crescendo your career, like put a bow on your career, for lack of a better phrase.
mm-hmm.
And I think that if he does have anything planned, because I'm pretty sure this is not the last time we hear J. Cole rap, but this might be his
Nah,
last
nah.
project.
Long
You
as
know,
long as
you know.
Dreamville's is up and running, nah, he gonna spit bars. But I guess putting that much into a solo project.
Right.
But then again, see, that's the thing. I don't think you can ever never say never, right? Because I think at the end of the day, that's who he is. He's an MC, bro. And like you said, I think that as time goes on, you get less and less inspired, maybe to do it. I mean, less and less like engaged to be dropping projects,
Right.
especially for monetary gain where he's at in his career now. He has it all, but that doesn't mean if you were a ball player and you walk by as a ball, you've been retired for 5 years. Sometimes you're gonna want to pick that motherfucker up and shoot it. You
That's
know what I mean?
fact.
So you never know. Hove retired mad years ago. I mean, we haven't had a whole project in a while, but he went like 3 or 4 albums after he retired.
Yeah, when he retired, he had like
Right.
another 10-year run and shit after it. And shit.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? Never say never, right? That door's never always really ever fully
And I
closed.
and I feel the same way as you feel when it comes to that. Like I don't think when you were MC, it's never really over with. But I
Right.
think that from the aspect, like you said, for just basically running the rat race of the rap game and shit, I think he's done with that. You know, I think he cool on that shit. You know what I'm saying? I think he's having more fun now, just being like a person. I think he
Right.
just want to, you know what I'm saying? And that if you listen to J. Cole music throughout his whole career, one thing that he struggled with is fame. You know what I'm saying? He never really liked being famous. He always said it throughout his music. Didn't feel comfortable being famous. Really just wanted to be able to do what he do without all the visuals and shit. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that he finally getting a chance to step back from the limelight, and I think he's gonna take full advantage of that. For real. I think that I think this album is him saying don't expect nothing. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Not necessarily saying that he's completely finished, but you guys shouldn't expect shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? After this
when
album,
he feel like it, like, you know, what I
right,
mean, blessing people with a project, he'll get around to it. You know what I mean? One of those type joints.
right, right. But I,
And
all
he's
in
such a
all, I thought it was an amazing album. I thought his pen was working overtime on that motherfucker, boy. I
mm-hmm.
like I was just saying when I was listening to it, like him, because like I said, my big three is Wale, Kendrick, and Cole, and so being able to listen to Wale album and then you know what I'm saying come later on this year listening to Cole album and shit is like, and having GNX not too long ago, hearing all those albums basically back to back to back is like these motherfuckers is still as good if not better than you know what I'm saying than what they were when I first started rocking out with their music and shit.
Oh yeah, that
Uh,
growth is a real thing, man.
Facts, Cole and
See
Wale
more
in
experience,
particular
more.
and shit, right? But the
Cause
versatility, and you hear that on this album, like I told you, it's a two disc album, and it's 24 tracks total. Basically, it's 12 tracks on each album, and shit, or each disc. And
mm-hmm.
but the versatility on this joint, like I said, Cole is singing, and I look, I be honest with y'all, I'm honest with you, bro. Like it's certain tracks on there, I'm like, all right, Cole, you did not have to sing on this shit. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to give me those type of vocals on this shit, bro. You could have just chilled out a little bit for real, because there's certain Jones that he's screaming, singing. Like you sound like Jodeci in you know what I'm saying, the '90s and shit. Like, but other than that, the production was amazing. The the album, I mean the track list was fire. Even like I said, the concept of having this one and this two as 29 and this 23 as in the years of which they was taking place in. So he was 29 years old. Allegedly, I think this is from J. Cole. I saw a goddamn post about it, but I don't know for sure if it was from him or not. It might have been one of his fan pages.
Mm-hmm.
But this 29 is supposed to be around 2014 Forest Hill Drive time. And this 39 is supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, around like this time, you know what I'm saying? Because I think he's
Right.
40, 41 right now or some shit like that. So and you can hear the perspectives on each version of the disc and shit. On this one, you hear 2014 flows. You like the version of J. Cole in 2014. You hear that type of flow. You hear that type of production. It's crisp production, but you get the vibes of that time on that disc. And then
Mm-hmm.
on the 20 on disc 39, you get the vibes of more up to date. I think you even get a trap beat. I think the first song you might even have a trap beat on there on the intro to the shit. So it's like you're getting more up to date sounds, more up to date flows, more up to date content and context to things that he's been saying throughout the album, which I thought he did a tremendous job. But like I said, buttoning up his career, referring to his earlier work in some tracks, or referring to some earlier tracks in general. That if you wasn't a fan of J. Cole, that you probably didn't even catch the reference and shit. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just dope work to see somebody. If this is your last body of work, this is a great way to go out for real. And like I said, if you're gonna go out on a double disc, I'm all here for it because that means you're giving me as much work as possible before you go.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel me? Like, so you're gonna leave me with as much work as possible. Then all right, go on about your business. Then so I ain't even tripping about it, bro. But like Jay didn't get a chance to listen to Cole album yet. That's why I haven't let him speak on it. If y'all guys is wondering why I'm rambling so much, but I
Mm.
did want to get this off because he did drop yesterday. And y'all know that's my man's. That's one of my favorite rappers of all time and shit. So I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for next time me and Jay talk, and hopefully next time we talk, he can tell you guys how he feel about the album because we don't always share the same opinion on music, even though we both share similar taste and shit. So, but I'm ready to move on to what we was talking about next, which is the motherfucking You know what? Now, before we talk about the Super Bowl, let's talk about the NFL awards that was just recently handed out. You know what I'm saying? What the NFL honors that happened this past week
And
with your
shout out to
guy
my man
headlining.
Kendrick too, man. We just talking about Gen
Oh,
X.
true, true, yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
facts.
With that being said, what was it? 8 Grammys.
Mm,
Remember, was Grammy nomination? He has 8 Grammys, I believe.
I think he won 5 of them. I think he had like 8 nominations. I don't know, but he won a lot of them as usual. Um,
Yeah, I think it
I,
was like a record. Supposedly he broke like a record
I
or something.
yeah, he broke Jay Z's all time record for the most Grammys total as a hip hop
Yeah,
artist and shit. I think he has 27 or 28, and I think Jay, you know what I'm saying, Jay has either 27 or 26. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I thought that was great work.
Yeah, that's amazing work. That's amazing work to be that accomplished and still be considered in your prime and still putting out great quality music. My only issue with it is I just hate how the Grammys pay attention to rap music because they
Yeah,
don't pay attention to it with the magnifying glass. They pay attention to every other genre. They just basically like who's the most popular, what's the most popular.
right.
That's who and what's winning.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree. I agree. And sometimes, in fact, they do get it right. Sometimes they get it wrong. Like I said, so my thing is when it comes to voting, like whether it's like the Hall of Fame, the Grammy, like who are these voters, bro?
right.
And I feel that you should be voted like by your peers or someone in the actual, you know what I mean? Like,
No, I
and
agree with you. Yeah.
why? It's like if you have you're a part of a competition or something. They have judges. Like, who are these people? And I think these outrageous takes or stuff happens because we don't know what the hell the criteria is or who the people are.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? It's kind of weird, but but yeah, either or. I think Kendrick is one of those years that just happened to get it right.
So I actually completely disagree. I think that the Grammy should have went to the Clips for album of the year. GNX came out 2 years ago. Well, technically, it
Oh,
came out a year ago. You
yeah,
know what I'm
about to say
saying?
like 2025, right?
2024.
Oh,
It came
2024
out. It
came
came
out.
out. Yeah, towards the end of 2024. Beginning.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I
Uh,
think you might be right.
so I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
let guys sort them out. Should have
So
won the Grammy
let
for
that
album of
be.
the year.
That's one more thing. So is it an actual year, or is it really like 18 months? You think what I'm trying to say? Because sometimes you could
Right.
drop something. I'm sorry. Yeah, you could drop something. Yeah, but it's weird because God Sort 'Em Out came out in 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is odd. The
Yeah.
2024, like what is the periods of when is the you know what I mean? How long are you judging it?
For everything else, it's probably actually worked to the T. But for our categories, they don't give a fuck because it's whoever popular at the time. That's who's gonna
Yeah,
win the fucking award.
that's actually a good question. Because what was Gen X nominated the year
I believe it
before?
was nominated last year. Yeah,
Oh, you can't nominate the
also.
same album. If that's
You
the
know what
case,
I'm
if it was
saying?
nominated, you can't give it a
Because he
winning
won. He
joint.
won 5 Grammys last year. Remember, he won 5 Grammys last year. I know he won a lot of them
Yeah,
for
if he won
Not
for
Like
Gen,
Us.
if he
Why
won
will
for
yeah,
yeah,
he
if
won for Not
Gen
Like
X
Us
was
and some
out
other
and it
shit.
was nominated, you can't win the
Yeah,
following year. Yeah, that doesn't
you
make
know what
any
I'm saying.
sense.
So I just don't like the fact that they did the clips like that. My boy JID had the J Cole face. You know what I'm saying? In the crowd, basically, I watched Iggy win the Grammy as a nigga try to crack a smile and shit. He was sick when Kendrick won that, and of course he's a fan of Kendrick and shit like that. But you saw it on it. He couldn't hide it.
Who is
He
this?
couldn't hide it. JID. He
Oh yeah.
he couldn't hide it. He was sick on his face when he saw that Gen X won that motherfucking Grammy for album of the year. And I gotta agree with him. Regardless if he's mad that he didn't win it, it shouldn't have been Kendrick. And I love that album. I'm a huge fan of Kendrick, but that shit came out 2024, and it was nominated for so much shit last year that you can't do that shit again this year. You can't do that shit again this year.
Yeah, that is mm, yeah, I'm trying to think who the hell actually yeah, you're absolutely right. GNX was actually Grammy nominated in 2025.
Yeah, see, so we can't keep doing that shit.
Yeah, so
They're
that's
just giving it to, and it's nothing against Kendrick. Like I said, I love Kendrick. I'm a huge fan of GNX. That's one of my favorite albums and all that type of shit. But that shit was nominated last year and this year.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Is it an actual year, or y'all doing like an 18-month type of vibe? Because
Only like I said, whatever it is, they doing it. The legitimacy
but he
is
wasn't the only
only for
one,
every other
because they
category.
also nominated back to back years Cornucopia by Tyler the Creator. That was also from 2025.
Okay.
So my thing is, this is what I also think they might be doing. Is like if they don't feel certain albums are like, you know what I mean? Because sometimes in hip hop you can have a down year,
Right.
and I feel
But
like they'll
they're trying to say that this is still the one of the most popular albums during this year. But then that's the case. You got to put, you know what I'm saying, a lot of Eminems and whoever, Drake albums and whoever has albums in consideration every year and shit.
Yeah,
Because,
I think J. Cole was nominated last year with Might Delete Later, or
yeah,
whatever the case may be. But
right.
him and Tyler both was nominated last year, so
For
that's
the
odd that
same
he won
album
this year.
and shit. But
But
Kendrick won 5 last year. I don't know if he won for album of the year and shit, but he won 5 last year.
yeah, I wonder
So,
if you guys going to nominate Pusha T and them the Clips next year. I doubt it.
right. Right.
I
I
doubt
doubt
it.
that shit too. Yeah, I doubt you nominate
Look,
JID for God Does Like Ugly next year. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's I'm glad you actually spoke on that, and now it makes me think like how is you guys? Is it an actual year, or was it like you said? It might be whatever they feel the most popular album was this year. But wouldn't that be more of like in my head? I guess like a Billboard thing, not a Grammy thing.
right, right. You would think so, but that's why I say I don't like the way that whatever how they treat in the hip hop category in the Grammys is basically like whoever is the most popular at the time. That's who he's going to put in
Yeah,
this
I
category.
really think it's don't for it to be fair. You have to do a year to year. But I think, and maybe in their heads, they look at it, well, if they feel like there's no strong candidates, I feel like they kind of stretching. Because think about 2024, who won the Grammy? Wasn't that Killer Mike?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think Killer Mike won. Honestly, to me, I think they really got that right. Me personally,
Right.
that's just I love that Michael album anyway. So, but yeah, it's just weird. Yeah, because who I'm trying to think. Did Kendrick win last year? I'm gonna look that up. Did he actually win, or did
For album of
Tyler?
the year,
Did Tyler win?
I feel like Tyler might have took that last year, but I mean Kendrick won 5 last year. Like I'm saying, I know he won one, if not multiple, for Not Like Us. But it's
Oh,
just
Doechii won last night. Yeah, last year
for
for the
album of the
best.
year.
Yeah, hip hop rap best rap album.
Okay, okay,
Doechii won. He won Not Like Us for best rap song and best
uh,
music video and
okay,
best rap performance.
right.
But yeah, she was the third woman to ever win that category. So
Word,
yeah,
yeah,
she won that. Doechii won, and that's weird, right? Because I mean, me personally, I haven't really been tuned into her. I've heard her name, so I know she's definitely buzzing, but she's probably not the most considering who was nominated with her. But the fact that she won is no, it's cool. But my thing, I guess, how do you nominate Kendrick again for the same album, but now Kendrick wins?
yeah.
It's just interesting because everybody's not going to have the opportunity to qualify for that same album twice.
Right.
You know what I
And,
mean? So
and yeah, like the fact that he won is the funny, like it's the craziest thing to me. Like the fact
he
that
damn near
won.
got a sweep if you get that album. Damn near got a sweep if you count both years. He
Yeah,
covers all
right,
bases in hip hop in a weird way.
exactly.
So it's weird that everybody doesn't get that
And then
opportunity.
he still won a Grammy for for
All the
Whips
same
and
shit he won
Chains.
last year. I'm sure.
No, I'm saying for Whips and Chains with with the clips and shit.
Yeah, but all the ones he won last year versus hip hop album of the year, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
I
he
mean,
won
yeah,
those
he
again.
basically, yeah,
So how did you win
stepped up.
2 Grammys for the same album, one album in 2 years?
And
How did
different
you do it?
songs too this year because he won for Luther and all that shit this year. Where last year it was for Not Like Us and all that shit.
Shout out to my boy Kendrick, man. I fuck with the no, I fuck with it, man.
I'm
We
not
just
mad at Kendrick for this shit. I
yeah,
just don't
no,
like how
no.
the
I
Grammys
don't
is doing it.
understand how the
Yeah,
politics and how the rules and what's able to actually qualify.
right.
Yeah, how they do that. So
Like that's the main thing that I'm saying. Like I'm not mad at K Dot for this shit. I'm mad at the Grammys for how they're judging hip hop and shit because I feel like they're not really giving hip hop the proper attention that it needs when they're doing the shit like this. Because it's like you just don't you running out of people. Y'all seeing that what I'm thinking is they questioning like, hey, did Kendrick drop this year or did did this guy drop this year and shit? And if they be like, nah, this person didn't drop. Well, when the last time they dropped? Or nominate that shit. I don't give a damn. Like
right.
that's how I see how they looking at hip hop and shit. They don't really give a damn about the process of what it takes to give out these awards, and that's why I've been saying for a while that we need people to give our own people to give out an award show. And I ain't talking about BET. You know what I'm saying? It got to really matter. You got to
No,
really put
no,
in
but
some
that's I think
thoughts and
that's
shit like
but
that.
no, but I think that's kind of the problem though, Prim. I think who's deciding what in black culture matters and doesn't. I think now I do think we do need to start going. I find the publicists and y'all are the problem here because why are they not showing up to these things?
No doubt. No doubt.
Like, but we're
Yeah,
going out of our way to show up to the Grammys. But then when the shit don't go right, we don't need the Grammys validation.
and then, yeah, we want to
Why are we
boycott the
not
Grammys and
showing
shit like
up
that, right?
to the BET Awards, to
No
the
doubt.
Soul Train Award? Why are you not showing up to that?
No doubt. No doubt.
We love talking
But
about no black is this and black. No, and Kendrick's one of these people. So Kendrick, we expect you to be one of these people at these goddamn joints.
I agree
So
with that.
you know what I mean. So I think, but I don't get it. So
Well, as
I
far
don't
as I
know.
know, having the BET award shows been discontinued and shit.
Maybe it has been, but it does. But
Yeah.
I mean, even if it is, it's probably newly discontinued. But when it was going
Right.
on, I know y'all. A lot of y'all, once y'all hit to the point where y'all get to the Grammys, y'all just stop going to
That's
all
a
the
fact.
things that are based in us. Then
Right.
y'all go right to them, and then you try to turn around and be the same voice. If something don't go right, y'all don't need that validation. So why are you going? You'll get
That's real
respect to
shit.
hear, in this joint, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's real shit though.
And that's why I say sometimes, and I hate to put it on my man's, but it's like when you are in a space, people look up to. Like I know, like Hove stopped going, and I feel like everybody kind of follows suit of the
Right.
people that we look to. And I think sometimes, like this is why we have to be very careful with our own influence. You know what I mean? 'Cause I feel like when certain people, I don't know if people were doing it before Hove, maybe they was, but I'm just saying, like, we gotta. I don't know, man. It's just kind of weird. We want people to put respect on, but we don't put respect on us.
Nah, I agree with you. I agree with
So,
you. But
uh,
speaking of awards, right? We having this award talk. The NFL honors took place this past weekend,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah. What happened at the NFL honors?
they give out the end
Well, I know.
season
Yeah,
awards.
yeah. I mean,
Of
I ain't
course,
want to
of
go
course,
right
for the
into
people
it.
that don't know, you know what I'm saying. For the people that don't know, the NFL honors give out gives out end season awards to players and
Oh, they
coaches
do.
and teams. Yes, for
Say word.
their performances throughout the regular season
What?
and.
It's
This year,
crazy.
the 2026 honors, I believe, was hosted by Tiffany Haddish. I didn't even watch it, but I believe it was hosted by Tiffany Haddish and shit. But, the MVP this year, as you guys can see, this nigga got on all his Ram shit. The MVP came away with it was Matt Stafford at 38, 37 years old.
Yeah,
Matt
man.
Stafford, when in his 17th season of the
Mm-hmm.
NFL, won his first MVP. Probably had his best season as a quarterback in a long time, honestly.
Yeah.
And had the play not necessarily playoff success to match, but he went to the playoffs. Back in Detroit, he'd have a good season, and that leads to 13-3. I mean
Well,
3-13. You know what I'm saying? So
and this is no slight on my man's because he definitely deserved that for this year. But I do want to question something. As much as we be trying to give the crowns to these quarterbacks playing now, and how the quarterbacks usually that award is usually controlled by the quarterbacks. The problem, like people say, like in weird ways, like damn, this guy played for 17 years and never got an MVP. How did he get it now? If you ask me, I just feel like the quarterbacks now are not as good as the past quarterbacks.
I agree with you.
I just
I
don't
agree
think
with you.
that they're as cerebral. I don't feel like they got that ice water in their veins. I just don't think they're as good. I don't think they're as tough. It's just like Matthew Stafford is. You think Brett Favre? You think of those old quarterbacks from back in the day, Kurt Warner's. Those like
Facts.
he's from that cloth. Like no
That's
offense to
fact.
the Joe Burrows, the Patrick Mahomes, or the Josh Allen. They're doing great. For what this is their time that they're playing in, so they're the best of their time. But it's like you said, some of the things that you marvel about with Patrick Mahomes, this guy who never won an MVP, didn't go to a lot of Pro Bowls in his time, he was doing all that shit.
Yeah.
But that's how good the quarterbacks was in this time because he's playing against guys like Tom Brady's in their prime,
Yeah.
Peyton Manning, prime.
Drew Brees.
I ain't seen a Peyton Manning yet.
Facts. We haven't seen Peyton Manning since he left. You know what I'm saying? The only people that would be compared to him is the people that was a part of that cloth already. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, and I would damn near challenge at prime level. If you take a prime level Carson Palmer and put him today, he better than half these boys now. I think he wins the MVP.
I probably have to agree with that too.
I just don't think the quarterbacks.
I think the mental aspect
is
really a big difference for real. I think mentally when it comes to
Aaron Rodgers, guys who were just killers. These guys were killers back then. Yeah, see, because they can really they come from a time where you really getting dunked on your neck.
Right.
See, those really crazy spine injuries and all, you can really fuck somebody up back then. So you had to really be on your shit. Like now, you can't even touch these niggas.
Timing had to really fucking matter back then.
Right. So you really had to be because you was gonna hit, and guess what? They body slam, hip toss you.
Right.
Goddamn Brock Lesnar F5. You just was sacked. You just lost some yards. Get the fuck back up. Come on. Unless you hurt, then we're gonna get you off the field and keep the game going. But now you can't even touch these little motherfuckers.
So it says Matt Stafford was Matt Stafford's season is the 8th time in history where a quarterback threw for at least 4,500 yards and 45 touchdowns in the season, according to ESPN, of course. So,
yeah,
with less than 10 interceptions, you know what I'm saying?
And again, that's just a very unusual thing. And I think again, if you look at today's quarterback and you just look at Matthew Stafford, I think he is head and shoulders above a lot of them. But man, you think that
8 straight games without throwing an interception in the middle of the season. During that stretch, he also threw 28 fucking touchdowns. He won 8 straight games without throwing an interception. But in the span of not throwing an interception, he was still slinging that bitch because he threw 28 fucking touchdowns.
So at 37, he's doing things that guys like Patrick Mahomes, who's the de facto
face
guy,
of the league. Yeah, right.
He's doing that to me is just that just tells me the league is just not as good talent wise. Because you like,
I think it's good talent wise. I don't think it's as good when it comes to actually knowing the game. I think people are relying too much on their talent, and what's making people like Matt Stafford and other quarterbacks that use that extra part of the game, like the mental part of the game, extend a little bit further or be a little bit better is because they're able to do all the physical things, especially like with the arm and shit. Matt Stafford not as mobile as he once was, but he could still put the ball anywhere on the motherfucking field.
Right.
And shit. So like the fact that he's able to do that, but mentally know how to manipulate the defense and know pre and post snap what he's seeing and what he's not seeing or what not to do and shit, that makes a big difference. A lot of these guys, I always hark back to Pat Mahomes saying that he didn't really learn how to read a defense until the end of his 3rd year.
It's like you said, like those quarterbacks from back in the day, like you said, they were more pre-snap, where these guys are more post-snap. We're gonna snap this ball, and we're gonna see what's going on out here. Where Peyton Manning, I mean, he was he making the audibles, he's making the calls, he's seeing what's going on. That's a lot of film. Right, yeah, he's figuring this out before we even snap this ball.
Facts.
It's already been figured out. You've already died. You're about to die a slow death. Because I've already figured this shit out.
So Jay, your boy won the MVP, Matt Stafford. Shout out to Matt Stafford and shit.
That he did.
You saw the video of him after they lost the playoff game. He went home and took his kids in.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's a good father, boy. I wouldn't want to be bothered.
Well, I mean, I
wouldn't
guess
want to be by the nigga. I'm
you want to
sneaking
go do
past
something
everybody.
that
I'm talking to me.
you want to go do something that comforts you. So I guess
Yeah,
no.
they take your minds off of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean that's.
understand.
I mean, you get. I guess.
Fuck out of here.
I guess the only thing again. I mean, just being honest. I mean, shit. Whatever that is for him. To me, I mean, of course, you're happy to see your family. After all that, grind, you get to kind
Right,
of
yeah.
chill back. But hey, I guess that I was comforting
And he said he's
at that
coming back
moment.
next year.
Oh, for sure.
He said I see y'all next year.
Oh yeah, he back. He be back. Like you can't touch these niggas nowadays, bro. If it was back in the day, he would have been retired.
Yeah, he probably would have retired a couple years ago back in the day.
All the older guys like him, Aaron Rodgers, the reason why these niggas, Tom Brady, all stuck around because they got the seat to the point where you can't lay on these niggas, you can't hit them too high, can't hit them too low. So like,
yeah, right, yeah.
This is an era where you really they come from a time, the early 2000s. Matthew Stafford was drafted 09. Like they come from a different time where you can hit these niggas. This is light.
Try to hurt
this is light work. You take a rough hit, and some of these guys were tougher than others. But even if you take a rough hit now, that's 15 penalties, 15 yards down the field. That's gonna help your drive.
Yeah.
You be all right.
Automatically, like even if it's a clean hit, if it's too hard, it's automatically.
It's almost worth taking the hit.
Yeah, for real. That's why you see some quarterbacks actually just stand there and let them hit them.
Because and that's why quarterbacks are playing longer.
You know you're going to get this bread. I mean, get these yardage and shit. But then, all right, so let me ask you this question real quick. Who do you think was the defensive player of the year?
Myles Garrett.
I'm about to say it should be just as obvious as the MVP. Myles Garrett is our defensive player of the year with the sack record. A lot of people like to preface it by saying he has a sack record in 17 games. I'm like, kiss my ass.
And how many games did they play in the NFL today?
17 games.
Okay.
So he got the sack record.
And before that, they was playing 16, and before that, they played like 14, and before that was 12. What the fuck is the difference?
On about 200 less snaps, too. You know what I'm saying? On about 200 less. So regardless of whatever way y'all want to put it, he got the sack record. He was balling this year.
Who came up with that hating that shit? Was that Michael Strahan said that dumb shit?
Michael Strahan, of course.
Hating that thing.
Michael Strahan was, of course, he, you know what I'm saying? He had a problem with this.
Yeah, go chill with Kelly Ripper, bro. Yeah, get out of here, bro.
But regardless of if he have a problem with it or not, I don't give a fuck about that.
Get out of here, hater.
He won a defensive player of the year with 23 sacks, of course, breaking the record. That was set by Michael Strahan, but also tied by TJ Watt when he had 22 and a half also. People tend to forget that. I'm like, a lot of people keep saying it is Michael Strahan record. I understand he said it, but TJ did tie that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He is tied at number 2 now, I guess. You can't say number 1 no more.
Right.
But he is tied at number 2 behind Myles Garrett that won that joint and shit. So look, like a fun fact about Myles Garrett.
Technically it's not TJ's record though. I mean, you tied it, but we only care about records when you break them. You didn't break the record. You tied the record.
Yeah, share the record. So that's what I'm saying.
That's like those participation.
But they share it though. They still share it. When you see it on the 2 joint, it's gonna say tied T. I mean tied 2.
To me, that's the way I look at it. Like the records are supposed to be broken, not tied.
But listen to this fact about Myles Garrett this last year and shit. He was double teamed or chipped on 40% of his pass rush, 39.5%. You know what I'm saying? He was chipped on 40% of his pass rush this past year, was more than any other edge in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? And was able to break the record by 200 less snaps than the leading sack leader at the time. Shout out to goddamn Myles Garrett getting the job done. Hopefully he's one of those players that you want to see go somewhere and be able to make that impact on a team that actually needs him and shit. That, you know what I'm saying, on a team that actually that's in playoff contention, that actually want to win the Super Bowl. You want to see Myles Garrett go somewhere and win these motherfucking games that matter rather than staying in punk ass Cleveland all the time. But shout out to him for winning Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year is goddamn, how you say bro first name, McMillan from
Tedero McMillan.
Tedero is shit. McMillan from goddamn Carolina, the Rookie of the Year and shit. Surprisingly, some people thought that what's my boy name? Emeka and Jigba.
Emeka
and Buka, yeah, these niggas got these names, boy.
Well, I think what slowed him down is that he got hurt, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I think he missed 2 games or some shit like that. But
Yeah,
yeah, homeboy had over 1,000 yards. He had 122 targets this year, so he was definitely coming in his rookie season as the #1 receiver on Carolina, and Bryce Young used him as such this year.
yeah, for
Um,
sure.
he had 70 catches on 122 targets and shit.
Hmm.
7 touchdowns. He led all rookies in receiving yards.
There
So
you
yeah,
go.
and he broke a receiving record in Carolina and shit. I don't know who said it and shit, but
Probably Calvin Benjamin.
okay.
I think he had 1,000 yards his rookie year too.
27 his catches was considered explosive, which is 16 yards or more than any other rookie this past season.
Oh, okay.
Seven. He had 7 catches, 7 receptions on fourth down, 6 producing first downs. He helped elevate the quarterback game of Bryce Young, which is 100% true. So I think those guys have a great connection, and I said that last year that Bryce Young was actually getting a lot better because he had a receiver that he could trust and depend on. And shit. So now that you have a true #1 receiver, I believe it opens up the field a lot more for Bryce Young to do more things with other people. You know what I'm saying? Spread the ball around and shit like that because you got the defense that's going to tilt the field a little bit towards your #1 receiver.
Yeah. Yeah. So I still would like see some of those other targets. Hopefully, step up a little bit though, because
No doubt. Hell yeah.
that's the next step, right? Because rookie year, you do a hell of a job, T Mac, but you know what's coming next year, right? Because now we see in a year we see what you like to
Yeah,
do.
we know
So
what's up. Yeah. So
right,
yeah.
so he's going to need help off top.
Right.
Like I don't know if y'all got to go draft another target, which
Right.
I
Maybe
mean, not a
check out
bad
free
investment
agency.
because you guys
See if you can get somebody like George Pickens.
George Pickens. I mean, well
You know
now
what I'm
they
saying?
can't do. I don't know if they're gonna do that because they gotta pay. They gotta figure out whether they're gonna
Oh
pay
yeah,
Bryce
you know,
Young or not.
yeah, true, yeah.
So I'm not even mad at y'all saying like, you know what, let's go get us another receiver. So now I can pay him. I got 2 receivers on a rookie contract for at least a good 3 to 5 years before we
Yeah,
have
I
to
ain't mad
pay
at that.
either one of them. And you can get
Because
him a
Xavier
target
Leggett
now.
ain't it. And shit.
He's not consistent enough
Not
yet.
right now.
You
At
know what I
least.
mean? Jimmy
Yeah,
Horn's still
right.
trying to figure it out because he's very young as well. So I would put in the first round pick. I think that's good money well spent. Because if you're going to invest in your quarterback, go get him another receiver in the first round. So now he has
I agree
weapons
with
on the
that.
outside, to work
I agree
with,
with that.
especially
Hell
in a
yeah.
winnable AFC North. I mean South that you guys can win.
NFC South, yeah.
Yeah, the NFC South, for years to go. You guys can. It's really
That's a
right here
fact.
for you guys to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you got to counter that Emeka Ibuka guy because he legit.
Yeah, hell
He
yeah.
looking like he gonna be
Hell
like
yeah.
JSN. So you know what I
Hell
mean.
yeah.
So
He
you
getting
might
busy.
want to right, and you know what I mean. He got obviously got Mike Evans. I'm pretty sure he's still coming back once he. You know what I mean. I think
Yeah,
he
get
came back
healthy.
off that entry.
Yeah,
So
yeah, fucked the shoulder
Godwin.
up and then
Yeah, he got
yeah.
Godwin still
Right.
around. So yeah, I would go
Always
get him
injured
another
though.
receiver. Go get him another
Hell yeah,
target,
nah,
man.
there's
Somebody
nothing
that.
wrong with that. Get him another target, yeah. Receiver, tight end, something like that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong
Yeah,
with
for
that.
sure. I would. That's what I would do. And then it makes a little bit more sense. Like, all right, we're gonna get you another receiver. Now we'll pay you because we know you have weapons and you should perform.
Word. And
So,
then we got a relatively new award. I don't know if it was this year or last year that it was introduced, but we got the Protector of the Year award, which is given out to offensive linemen,
oh, I
which
like
is
that. I like that. Show that some love to the big
long
fellas, man.
overdue. Long
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
overdue. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
man, we gotta
saying?
give it up. No, we ain't got a
Like
clap
straight
button.
up.
We got
Yeah, we
all
got.
right.
I'm pretty sure we got a clap button, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know.
they protect the most invaluable.
Yeah.
They are like Secret Service. Okay, they protect the most expensive piece. Yeah. They
You know
got
what I'm
us.
saying?
They protect the most expensive motherfuckers on that team. They need that. In order for you to make that money, I gotta do a good job of keeping your jersey clean and keeping you upright. So, who won that
Right.
award, man? Was it my man from Buffalo?
Nah,
Well, no,
actually,
it wasn't.
this award was given out to Chicago's left guard Joe Tooney.
Oh
So
yeah, he's playing for the Patriots. I read Joe Tooney. Okay, that's
Joe
interesting.
Tooney, left guard, did not allow a sack or log a second and logged the second to most snaps of any Bear on the offensive line. 99.7, I mean
Mm.
99.5% of the time he was on the field. And Caleb took the fewest sacks on that side of the on you know what I'm saying on his side, including the left tackle and shit.
Mm.
But Joe Tooney this entire season did not give up a motherfucking sack.
Mm.
Jesus. Jesus. So shout out to him for being the offensive line. I mean, the protector of the year. I love the name of that award. I love the fact that they're giving offensive linemen that their goddamn flowers finally and shit. And Joe Tooney is one of the most important offensive linemen because he allows for Caleb Williams to be sitting back there for as long as he can to make the plays that he do downfield or doing that extra running around, being able to block extra seconds without holding. Because y'all don't understand how hard it is to block for a scrambling quarterback because you never know where the fuck they at, and it's always going to 9 times out of 10 end up as a whole because the DNC they got or the defensive pass rushers got their eyes on the quarterback, so they're trying to rip away from you, whereas though you're trying to maintain engagement with these guys, and it's gonna most of the time look or end up in a hole because you don't know where the quarterback is at. So for him to be able to do that with a quarterback like Caleb Williams, that's really dope to see. Like he didn't have a sack given up at all. I wonder what his holding penalties look like this year and shit. But not having a sack given up is just as good for real. So. But shout out to Joe Tooney for real, one of the best, most consistent guards in the league.
Yeah, shout out to bro.
Then we got our comeback player of the year, which in my opinion is some bullshit, but that's neither here nor there. Christian McCaffrey, excuse me, from goddamn San Francisco won this. But the reason why he won this motherfucker had 2,126 scrimmage yards this year. You know what I'm saying? Like this is coming off of an injury. This makes perfect sense that to give him that award. I mean, this man damn near. I don't know if he had 1,000 yards receiving and 1,000 yards rushing, but he had over 2,000 yards in total scrimmage yards this year, and and had 17 total touchdowns. And shit. So he started all 19 games, including the playoffs. He had a career high in touches, which was 413 touches, 44 more than his the next closest player, and the highest total in his 9 seasons in the league. So shout out to bro. He was able to come back and show that he was a dependable player, stayed healthy the entire season. He was a catalyst for the 49ers offense, especially throughout the season because the injuries of people being out, the quarterback being out, tight end being out throughout the, you know what I'm saying, in and out throughout the season, offensive line not being healthy throughout the season. The one consistent factor on that team, hell, the defense, you know what I'm saying, being as injured as they was this year, the one consistent factor on that team was Christian McCaffrey this year, and he showed out until he couldn't do it no more in that game against Seattle because he was the only hope that they had. And shit, so. What you think about your boy C Mac getting that award, bro?
I think gonna be Earl Campbell in a couple years. Like teams that have a trouble.
You're gonna be walking like
I've
OJ
never seen, and I might be wrong, but has there ever been a really good offense that had Christian McCaffrey?
A really good offense that had Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah.
I can't say a really good offense, but they always been consistent.
Yeah, because we look at Christian McCaffrey as if, you know, he just does. I say no, because most times when you have a guy like that, that's all the fuck you got.
Your offense is never him. Yeah, right.
To me, me personally, I think he gets a lot of targets because he can do a lot of things. The problem is y'all never put enough around him.
That's fair.
Because he can't be the only thing, right? Like that's the difference between, I guess, you having a guy like him and a guy like Marshall Faulk. Right? Marshall had a lot of other things going on. And, you know, as far as like Torrey Holt, the Isaac Bruces, and all of those guys were equally great. And that's what made, you know, the greatest show on turf, the greatest show on turf, because it's not like any of them was they had a shortage of numbers. Everybody got their numbers. And that's why they were so effective. A guy like Christian McCaffrey, y'all doing him a disservice because you guys don't ever put anything around him.
I agree with that. I can't necessarily disagree with that.
He'll come back player of the years because that boy's battered and bruised up all the goddamn time.
Yeah, he's always getting injured because y'all use him. You know what I'm saying? And then the year he come back from injury, he has the most touches of his career. So they're not even trying to preserve him properly. Like,
sometimes I'm so glad the San Francisco 49ers went and got him. I'm so glad. Because like you guys just said, I fuck an offense.
Yeah, we got him.
Pretty much. Like, fuck the offense, we got him. I am so grateful for San Fran for getting him. I really am.
And then we got
Thank
the
you.
Coach of the Year award, which is I think it was I think this was probably one of the most competitive um
Yeah.
categories of the year for real. Because we had some coaches that can really be in that you can really make a case for winning this award. And
Mm-hmm.
do you know who won it before I say who won?
Now was it Mike Vrabel?
It was Mike Vrabel.
Oh,
Mike
I
Vrabel
figured.
won the Coach of the Year. Um, of course, low hanging fruit is he took a 3-14 team and flipped the record the very next season, and they're in the Super Bowl. So, so
I was gonna say
that's
I'm gonna leave my opinions to myself, but no, this is why we're here to have opinions.
right.
Um, I mean, I think he did a hell of a job as a coach. I mean, I guess you can't really take that. He definitely should have been there. Me personally,
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know why. I feel like I'm just leaning towards Mike McDonald for some reason.
I mean, the other coach that's in the Super Bowl. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You can make arguments for a couple coaches this year, and you don't have to feel like you're wrong about it. Because I think that Mike McDonald is just as good or just as proven. I felt like the NFC was harder to get through this year than the AFC was, especially based off each teams that the Super Bowl teams has played. Um, you could say, oh
Mm-hmm.
well, the Seahawks beat the 49ers and they was injured. Well, you could say the same thing about the Patriots beating goddamn Denver without their starting quarterback. Or you could say the same thing about them beating Houston and shit because you know the
Mm-hmm.
offense was just so bad. But no matter which way you look at it, I think that those two guys are the most deserving. The two head coaches that's in the Super Bowl right now. You
Mm-hmm.
can also throw people names like Sean McVay in the conversation. You could throw um, Leon Cohen, and you know what I'm saying, name in there and shit, especially off of some first year shit. So that's the head coach from Jacksonville. But
Yeah.
you could, you know, it was a really good year for head coaches. That like a lot of the head coaches proved themselves not only by their team records, but just by how they was able to turn the team
Yeah.
vibes around and shit like that. So it was a really good year in my opinion for head coaches.
Yeah. But yeah. My bad. I was sitting here. But either or. I do think Mike Vrabel did do a good job. I guess I was just more than I guess I've been just watching Seattle because I was a division team and them boys played tough this year. That defense was that defense was balling. I feel like I feel like maybe they might have been a little better offensively. Defense wasn't as
Yeah,
good, so I guess they had a whole team. So matter of fact, all right, maybe Mike Vrabel was a good
I
pick.
think when I think Mike was able put like this. I think that that team was going to be good enough to have a good record this year. I
Yeah,
think whatever that record would have been without Mike Rabel,
but
he added five more wins to it. You know what I'm saying? In my
but
opinion,
one of the coaches had a harder path to those
I said
records
that.
than the
So
other.
like, so when you was in your phone, I said
Yeah,
all that shit. You know what
right.
I'm saying? I
So
said,
that's a good enough reason in itself, though. To
yeah.
me,
But like I said, I feel like if you take away each coach from their team, I still feel like Seattle. If like you know what I'm saying, the other team both have competent coaches,
oh yeah,
but
for sure.
but if Seattle has Mike Vrabel, they get to the Super Bowl. If New England had Mike McDonald, I don't think they get to the Super Bowl.
Who, New England?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Hmm.
I think Mike Vrabel really adds that much to to his team when it comes to coaching. Like I
Does he
said,
though?
I think he won 5 games for them this year based off of coaching and shit. Like in my opinion, hell yeah, because it was games that Drake May
Um,
wasn't performing. It was games what's my boy name? What's the running back name? Stevenson wasn't performing. Oh, here come Tredavion Henderson and shit. The running back
mm,
that snap that popped up out of nowhere and shit. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Making that change and shit. Oh, Stephon Diggs is not healthy early in the season. Yo, Drake May, let's build this rapport with you and with Booty and shit. You know what I'm saying? So later in the season, when we really need y'all to come through because Stephon Diggs is gonna be double teamed, y'all can make plays and shit happen. I think a lot of his coaching really mattered the most this year when it comes to. I mean, you don't flip a team, bro. The talent is pretty much the same with a year more of experience. You know what I'm saying
Okay.
on that team and shit. So you don't really flip the records from 4-13 to 13-4 in one season or 14-3. You know, no, yeah, it was 3 and 14 to 14-3. So like his coaching really mattered a lot and shit because Josh
Yeah.
McDaniels was there last year, so it's not like um his offensive coordinating and coaching really mattered a lot and shit. The common denominator in the common change was Mike Vrabel, and I think that he made the biggest difference when it came to the Patriots and how they was able to flip the switch this year compared to last year, and that's why he deserves, in my opinion, the coach of the year.
Fair, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah,
Especially, and I think it even showed even more in the playoffs how he been coaching in the playoffs because like he's been going against the top five defenses in the playoffs the whole season, well, the whole playoffs.
yeah,
And his offense has not been performing tremendously well. They've been making plays when it absolutely matters, but they haven't been consistently performing well. And he's been making sure that his, you know what I'm saying, everything else stays the course so they can be in these games to win it at the end and shit. So I look, shout out to him. I think that he might
yeah.
look. I got Seattle winning this
Fair
game,
enough.
but I think that Mike Vrabel is going to
Okay,
coach his ass
I,
off.
that's what I was
You know
going
what
with it
I'm
next.
saying?
Because listen, in all fairness, again, that was one of the things I was just looking at in my phone. Kind of was like his run in Tennessee.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, yeah, Vrabel, winning does follow him. I will say that.
Right.
So yeah, I think that's definitely a fair assessment. They're giving him the coach of the year. But yeah, Super Bowl, I still have to go with Seattle because I just feel like that guy's done he's done an amazing job coaching that team defensively. Them boys are sound. You know what I
No.
mean? Huh?
And that's what I'm saying. That's the best. The best part of their team is their defense, and we know how busy JSN get. You know,
Yeah,
so
and they got a decent offensive coordinator over there too. So
yeah.
yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he got the other Kubiak brother. He's the offensive
I'm about to
coordinator,
say,
isn't he?
yeah, one of the Kubiak sons and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of
I
them
don't
got a
know.
head coaching job. The
I
other
don't
one's
know.
over
I
there.
don't know if it's Clint or the other one and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, them boys knows football. So I feel like he has a good play caller. I think he has another guy who may, I don't know, all the head coaching jobs filled already.
I
All
believe they
10 of
are.
them.
I believe
Okay,
it.
well, damn, that kind of screws things up because I wish that mother effer would get out of there. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I
So
think the last team that was waiting on somebody was the Giants, and they got
no,
Harbaugh. No, they wasn't the last team.
no,
It was somebody that was like a good team that was waiting on somebody, and then they went somewhere else.
yeah. 'Cause
I'm trying to figure out who it was. I
I know
think
the rate.
Baltimore.
Well, Baltimore got Jesse Minter.
Yeah, yeah,
Cleveland got Todd Monken.
yeah.
The Giants got John Harbaugh. Who did Pittsburgh get?
Fucking Mike McCarthy.
Oh yeah, he did get Mike McCarthy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Big Mike. Nigga went back to Lambeau
yeah,
Field with the Vince Lombardi get up on. That nigga is shit. But yeah, nah. Um
yeah. Y'all remember that people? Wait a minute. Y'all remember that motherfucker? That go back. Y'all wish you could look up and put a picture. This motherfucker went back there. He was motherfucking Lampard. He was at the
yeah, the
50
trench coat
yard line,
on
looking like, boy,
with
I
the
used to run
fedora
this.
on and shit.
I used
Facts.
to run this joint,
Remember
boy.
that one Super Bowl we won
Yeah,
25
like
years ago?
he walked around that joint like he just put work in. Like he just got like Bill Belichick can do that at New England, dog. Because
Facts.
he the king around this motherfucker. Like,
You
bro, you
can't
want
reminisce,
one
nigga. Yeah,
joint?
facts.
Yeah,
Fuck
he
you
walked
doing,
around
out
all the
here
good,
reminiscing and shit.
all the
Fuck
good
off.
times, man. But that quarterback didn't even fuck with you like that when he was there, bro. This is prime Aaron Rodgers. He ain't fuck with no
Facts.
coach. You feel me? Like, listen, he was the coach. Let him tell it.
And
He
then
was on
we got
that.
our offensive player of the year. And I think this was also no argument too. Jackson Smith and Jigba won
Yeah,
this
yeah.
joint. This This man had just under 1,800 yards receiving. He had 1,793 and shit. He was
Mm-hmm.
averaging 11 yards a catch, so he was a first down every target. You know what I'm
Easy.
saying? Like every time he caught the ball, and he got busy after the catch too.
Yeah.
He finished with 10 touchdowns, 10 receiving touchdowns on the year, also and shit. So he was balling out, bro. He caught 10 passes of 53 yards or more. God damn. God damn.
Boy,
And
man.
that's not saying that he was catching the like deep pass. That mean that like he caught 10 passes that went for 53 yards or more. That could be,
So,
you know what I'm saying, a 20 yard that he, you know what I'm saying, he ran off 30, you know what I'm saying, 32 after that. It could be, you know what I'm saying, a bomb. It could be like whatever.
and I don't want to say this was intentionally this person's fault, but this is how we know sometimes you have to make moves. Because how many times we done seen DK Metcalf on that Seattle sideline barking and yelling, bro, as soon as we got rid of you, we in the Super Bowl.
And our receiver
And
that we thought was going to be second to you is one of the best, if not the best in
in the
league
league
right now. Yeah.
But see, that's my thing. Like, I'm a big advocate of DK not being. I think he's talented.
But you think he should be what?
I think he's a Hall of Fame tight end if he works at it. He's just not a receiver. He's not a game changing really receiver for me. Yeah, if you get him in single coverage, you want a 9 route, yeah, and y'all get into a hand tussle, he might get you. He's motherfucking strong as shit. He might
across the field, yeah.
Yeah, you give him a slant, but is he gonna really be able to, you know what I mean, get off on that whole route tree? Absolutely not. Absolutely
he ain't breaking
not.
nobody down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is but
he a power runner. He not a finesse. You know
he's a tight end. Like, bro, you will only be that much more elusive if a linebacker's guarding you. But this is why you always notice if you get a good corner who is a bigger corner, he's always had trouble. Example, Jalen Ramsey used to, easy work. Yeah, because he's not a small corner. You're not going to push him around, and he actually has a good enough ability to cover. You don't eat. And this is why it doesn't make sense to. I didn't understand Pittsburgh by getting me. I didn't understand it. He just, like 6'3", 235 pounds, bro. Just move to tight end. I don't understand what the problem is.
Word.
Like, I don't see you being a good receiver, bro.
He ain't trying to be in them trenches. But I'm like, in this day and age, you don't need to be. You know, they'll spread you out. They can have a blocking tight end in, and you just be out there as an extra receiver.
I would rather have Kyle Pitts as a receiver before DK.
Damn. And the assistant coach of the year, bro, it's surprisingly a New England coach. Do you want to guess who it is? I don't know why they keep doing this bullshit, bro.
Yeah, I don't understand it either, bro. Like, what we doing with this?
I don't know why they keep doing this bullshit. This is the only thing that I can honestly say I have a problem with. I'm looking at it right now.
This boy's the best vice principal ever. You understand? Like, yo, he don't want a promotion. Listen, he understands where his bread and butter is. No, I gotta give him that. No, he understands where he's good at. I done left the crib twice and failed. I'm gonna just stay here and I'm gonna do this to my dying day.
Thanks.
I'm gonna be the greatest vice principal.
Vice nigga for being good with one team. Like, come on. And I understand you giving him credit for how good Drake May was this year, and because he was in the MVP conversation right there. You know what I'm saying? You like it or not, that's a fact. But at the same time, come on, bro.
I think this is the league's fault. This fault belongs to the rest of the 31 teams. Because after this year, if he is still effective, that's shame on the other 31 teams. Y'all literally know that, like, you're playing against Belichick Jr., and he has the same role. This is why it's only successful here. Y'all don't know what he's going to do by now? It's the same shit he's been doing with Tom. It's literally the same shit. You should be able to guess what he's doing at this point. Because everywhere else he go, he's not been that good of an offensive coordinator.
So here goes some numbers. Let me see.
Like, it's not I don't even think it's just a New England thing. I think it's a scheme thing. I just really think Belichick just ran, Belichick was a defensive guy, but I think he just ran the whole show when he had a role for him, and we're going to keep you in this role, and this is where you succeed.
All right, and I ain't mad at what you're saying, But what I'm saying, I was trying to see if they had a comparisons between Drake May's numbers last year without McDaniels and this year with McDaniels, but they only talking about this year. Um, on what Drake May numbers are and shit. But I don't think that out of all the coordinators, if we're giving out this type of award, I'm not giving that shit to motherfucking Josh McDaniels, bro. I'm sorry. It's other coordinators in the league that you could look at. Hell, Robert Saleh should have got it, in my opinion. What he was able to do with that goddamn 49ers defense that
With all
was completely
backups.
decimated. Yeah, facts. So if we really being honest about coordinators that deserve that award, there's a couple of them that you could put before goddamn Josh McDaniels, in my opinion. Especially because Drake May had a great year, and I'm not trying to take shit away from Drake May at all. But the name of the game over there in New England is defense. So y'all can miss me with that whole Josh McDaniels shit. I'm sorry. I feel like if anybody deserved that shit, I much rather have Robert Saleh be the assistant of the year and shit, the assistant coach of the year. But that was everybody. I feel like I missed the defensive rookie of the year. I feel like we didn't mention him.
Oh, I know who that is. That's my man from Cleveland, from UCLA, the linebacker, Carson. Uh, I can't pronounce his last name. The linebacker, the middle
I'm trying to see
linebacker.
if I can find him.
Yeah,
Carson
yeah,
Shire White Shire Singer Schweier Singer.
yeah.
Schw- Schw-
That's what I said, bro.
Carson.
Yeah,
Shout
that's
out
what
to
I said.
Carson. Shout out to my nigga Carson.
Yep.
But look, they had some fun facts about him too. Let me see. Let me read this off. Let me see. Third pick, of course.
And
Okay.
I wanted him in our draft too. He went in the second round. We could have got him.
Okay. He led all rookies in tackles with 146 tackles
Mm.
and 11 tackles for loss. He was tied for third in interceptions with two. Okay, he balled out. He was a
Yeah.
former walk-on at UCLA, and yeah,
Hmm.
no doubt,
Yeah. He was bowling.
no doubt.
He was.
Shout out to bro, and have being on the same defense as Miles Garrett will definitely help you get some one-on-one matchups to show if you really like that. So no doubt, shout
Yeah.
out to him.
Yeah, for sure. He's from sideline to sideline. He can make tackles, make plays behind the line of scrimmage, and he can cover. That boy,
Yeah,
he gonna be something.
he looked
He
like
can
he's gonna
he
get
checks
busy.
all three. As a linebacker,
Hell yeah,
a lot of that is your responsibility. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
facts. Pass rushing, covering, and playing the
Yeah.
run.
If I
You know what
can
I'm
get behind the
saying?
line of scrimmage and blow up a play, if I can
Uh,
get sideline to sideline just to make the tackle, and I can
uh,
cover in space,
facts,
bingo. Yeah, that boy gonna be
facts.
something.
Facts. While we still on this football topic, man, let's get it in. We both just said that we both picking the Seattle Seahawks as our Super Bowl champions this year. Is there anything that New England can do that would make us both upset about that?
Well, I mean, I think this is what I will say. It I felt like Drake May. Well, let me ask you this before I get into that. When you look at the playoffs this year, leading up to the Super Bowl, did Drake May really impress you in this playoffs? Be honest.
Not at all.
Right.
I've been saying it. I've been very clear about that.
Right. He just hasn't been as impressive, and that also kind of goes back to the Josh McDaniels thing. It's cap. I don't think you're really that good because when it's time, like, no, he's not impressive.
I see what you did there.
Right. Yeah. I just think the boy was a first round pick or high draft pick, and he's coming into his own. He's a young player, and he's going to continue to grow. It's like the old, quarterback whisperer. If you just happen to be in the
Right.
right place with the right quarterback, you get the credit for it. And that's why I said in the league, they got to stop doing that, giving guys credit for things that they, because Josh Daniels been
I
other
agree.
places and it's not worked. He's been the
I
head
agree.
coach. He's been coordinator. He's left head coach just to be a coordinator because, nah, I just think he's a young quarterback. He had a lot of issues, I guess, with weather and Denver, blizzarding, and all
Yeah.
this different stuff. But I just think he's a young quarterback, me personally, and I don't know how he's going to fare. I actually think Darnold's going to have a better game than him, just off experience. I think he's been around. I think he's seen more things, and we've seen this version of him, not maybe as often as at least maybe it's us. No, he doesn't look great as far as
Right.
the Rams, but he did when it counted though. And right,
Yeah.
this is why they're in the big game. But we've seen Sam Darnold in Minnesota the year before. Sam Darnold he's finally getting it. He's growing as a quarterback, and I think he's going to show up. My thing is with the young quarterback with that defense, because there's not no inclement weather, so he's going to perform well. But guess what? That defense is going to perform well too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I like Stephon Diggs. I just don't think he's the same Stephon Diggs. So I do think Witherspoon's going to have a good enough day with him. That's what I would do because I feel like you take Diggs out of the equation. Kayshon Boutte. Yeah, he had a solid, but I just don't think he's that guy. And I don't think they're going to have too much of an issue with the run game. And I like Trayvon Henderson from Ohio State. And Ramon Stevenson. But I don't think those are the best backs they played this year. And they've done, I just don't see it. And I think their defense is really good. But enough to stop JSN.
I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see that matchup between Christian Gonzalez and JSN. I think there's gonna be a dope ass matchup. I think there's gonna be because I love Christian Gonzalez and how he plays. So I think he's one of the best DBs in the league.
He is.
Especially this year.
He top 5. He's top 5. But my thing is who your other corner. Because this is the time I want to feed it. I want to feed Cup. I'm gonna feed Cup. Right. Because Cup's gonna get open.
I get what
he's gonna get open.
But I'm just saying, in that particular matchup, I can't wait. And watch that matchup. I think the only way that New England has a chance at winning, and I'm just being honest for real, I think it's gonna be a close game. I think it's gonna be a good game. But I think the only way that they really have a chance of winning is if Sam Darnold turns the ball over.
Yeah.
If he turns the ball over, then they got a really good chance at winning this game because they're an opportunistic team, so they're not going to fuck up short fields. So if they, if they get a short field, is really going to help them out and help them stay steady in that game and shit. Because Seattle was a quick striking team.
I mean, we still ain't got a stat person, but we on a budget, man. It's expensive out here, y'all. Don't blame us. So we gotta do all this stuff ourselves, okay? Yo, can you look up what was that New England offense ranked this year?
New England's offense?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm about to see it right now. All right, it was ranked total and third in total offense.
Oh, third? Oh, okay. That's better than what I thought it was. And if y'all want us to help us get a stat person, you ain't got to donate, but you can go check out the Patreon. I'm just saying, that would contribute to us getting someone who can look up some statistics and things like that. To help the podcast grow.
New England's offense was third in total offense, fourth in passing offense, and third in scoring offense.
Oh shit! That's a lot better. I don't remember a whole bunch of high-scoring games with New England. Do you?
I don't necessarily remember a whole bunch of high-scoring games, but I remember a lot of blowouts. So it's just like they probably were scoring 25, 30 points.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And beating niggas.
Well, that's kind of high scoring. That's kind of high scoring in that case.
And they did have a game against, I want to say, the Falcons when it was like 45 and 41 or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Like, Diggs went off like that this year?
Nah, he had a pretty damn good year this year.
Oh, damn. Maybe I missed the bus. Maybe I don't. Yeah, I didn't. I knew Drake May played well. But again, when I looked at him, I guess I was comparing it to Matthew Stafford. I didn't think
Matt Stafford had 40 plus touchdowns.
That's what I'm saying. I don't really understand exactly what Drake. I knew he had like 30-something touchdowns. So he had a pretty good season. Yeah, but what was the receivers? Who was your targets?
Diggs had over 1,000 yards. He had 85 receptions.
Okay, 1,000, like 1,112.
Just 1,013. Just
how many touchdowns? Yards. How many touchdowns?
4.
Oh, 4. Okay. Well, either or. I just don't think
that's
this.
That's what I'm saying. Kayshon Boutte really came on this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What he do?
I'm about to look it up right now. Nah, he ain't really do much this year.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
He had 551 yards this year. He had 6 touchdowns though. That's what it was.
Oh yeah,
He was
Cooper
catching the
Cup.
motherfucking touchdowns. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
catching
so
them
Cooper
goddamn
Cup did the
touchdowns.
same thing. Cooper Cup was like 500 something yards this year, which tells me we
Yeah,
still got rid of him right on time.
right
But
now
yeah, but
I ain't mad at that.
but nonetheless,
But
but
I don't think there's a way that New England, if Sam Darnold doesn't turn the ball over, I don't think that they can keep up with. Because like I said, Seattle offense they can strike quick and often
yeah,
and shit. So I don't think that you guys if Seattle come out scoring early and often, like if they can put 14 points up quick, especially on like the first 2 or 3 drives, I think New England might be in trouble. But if New England can keep it close and force them to kick field goals and they drive the field, because that's one thing I know that Mike Vrabel is going to do with that team. They're going to force them to play defense the whole way down the field. They're not going to be looking for chunk plays too much. Of course, you're going to try to get it when you can and shit, but they're going to try
man,
to methodically, you know what I'm saying, matriculate the ball down the field, if you will, and shit. Whereas a lot of nickel
man,
and diamond shit, make them come and tackle, tire this defense out. You might get a couple of hurry up offense sequences in there. I'm just feeling like this is how they're going to try to wear out that defense, keep the defense on the field. Don't let that explosive offense get out there and get this game out of reach for real. And you keep the pass rushers kind of at bay if you keep the game close because they can't really necessarily pin their ears back and you know what I'm saying, come after you and shit. So the running game is really going to matter the most in New England. Well, for New England, in my opinion, in the short passing game, being able to get the ball out of your hands quick to your playmakers and allow them to get the necessary yardage and shit. It might have to have the quick game as an extension of the run game and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing it out there just to pick up 2 or 3 yards and shit so you can have a manageable second and third down. Because this defense is serious.
yeah,
this defense getting busy, boy. And I'm
yeah,
proud of my boy DeMarcus Lawrence for being able to play in the Super Bowl
man.
the
Listen,
year after leaving Dallas and shit.
same thing. You know, with my man Ernest Jones, been who I really looking at now, like he was good with us, and it's like, damn, that boy's really turned
Right,
into the
right,
leader of that fucking defense.
right.
Him and that one rookie boy, the safety, Nick Amenwori.
Yeah, yo,
I
he's a
love it.
problem.
I
Yeah,
love it. That I mean,
he's a
I hate it, but
problem.
I love it. I love the intensity. I
Yeah, I know
love
you don't like it a lot more than I
I,
love it.
I like
Boy.
how he command. I like how he held my man Tariq Woolen accountable as a
Yeah, I
rookie.
saw on the
He was
sideline. Yeah,
absolutely right. Like, bro,
uh huh.
you cannot do this shit. You can't motherfucker causes a
Facts.
penalty, then give up a touchdown.
Yeah, facts.
That
And
is the
drop a pick.
makings.
Like people tend to forget that he dropped that interception too.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So,
That's signs of leadership. Yes, you cannot do it. You may not want to hear it come a rook, but it's, nonetheless, I'm out here playing, bro. And
he
I'm
not
out here
lying. Yeah,
playing.
we out here playing, and we playing for something bigger than motherfucking. You know what I'm saying? Your
Yeah,
pride and your ego
right.
right now. So
Yeah,
yeah, like,
like, see, that's why I said Seattle got that edge, bro.
yeah, I
They
agree with
got
you.
that
I agree with you.
edge. I'm
I
just
agree with you.
they a
But
little
one thing
rough,
I was
man. I
completely
don't
right
know New
about
England.
was, and I hate to have to say this because I know you're going, like, it's no asterisk wherever how you say that word and shit, but like Denver didn't make it to the Super Bowl, and I told y'all all year
Yeah, they
that
didn't.
they wasn't going to the Super Bowl
But
and
you know
shit.
what, man? I don't think we put if it was do or die for them. We said, yeah, we're gonna put this in the hands of Jarrett Stidham. I don't know if that was in the
They,
Bengal cards,
but
neither, nigga.
their defense is supposed to be good enough.
Yeah, but not Stidham, bro. Not Stidham, man. But
We watched
ain't nobody
I was
said
watching
all
a
that.
documentary. I think it was a 30 for 30 or whatever. One of them things about the 2000 Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
They was talking about how the defense took pride in not giving up no points in that Super Bowl and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember watching that Super Bowl. I think that's like one of my earliest memories is watching that Super Bowl and shit. And they had kickoff return or punt return, some shit like that. The
Mm-hmm.
Giants and shit. And every possession after that was punt,
Yeah,
interception, punt, interception.
yeah, they fucked
You know
them
what
up.
I'm saying? Like, and
They
I
fucked
keep
them
trying
up.
to tell motherfuckers that's not you're not gonna. I think the Legion of Boom, what they did to uh, the Broncos that year. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the year that Peyton Manning was breaking the record and all that shit. and he got his ass whipped. They got destroyed in that Super Bowl. I think that's the closest we was able to get to a defense really controlling a Super Bowl and shit. Like I know people gonna say Denver defense versus Cam and shit, but Cam was the only thing you had to stop on that offense. So,
yeah. And the crazy thing is, it was the year the Ravens won the Super Bowl. Actually, when I really became a Rams fan, believe it or not.
Yeah, I think that's like my earliest memory of football.
Same here.
And I still was a Cowboy fan at that time.
And honestly,
I was indoctrinated into that shit. My mama was a Cowboy fan.
I was only really remembering because I remember watching as a young kid watching the Rams Super Bowl and being in a room with people and they were just yelling.
Right. No
it was really much more of an exciting game. The Ravens game wasn't so much. I remember watching that too. I mean, people was in the room, around my pops and all that. But my thing was like, I was like, the energy was a little different.
That was the Rams in Tennessee, and the last play that ended the game. But you know what's so funny? One of my earliest memories is actually that championship game that the Rams played, and it was against the Panthers, right? Or was it the Eagles?
What year?
It was the 99 year.
The 99. Who the fuck did we play the 99 year joint? Was it Philly?
I want to say it was either the Panthers or the
look, see if we need a research person, people. Hit the Patreon, you know what I mean? Go to the site. They put that site up again.
Where you already know.
Yeah.
Smoking Buds with the dash shop.fourthwall.com. You guys can see some of the dopest apparel that we got over there. This is one of my favorite sweatshirts from here on out. Right here. Always stay fried and shit. But
Tampa Bay.
Okay, yeah. All right. So it was what? Cause Tampa won. What year did Tampa win?
2002. So that was when John Ronson Group.
So and that year was with Tony Dungy.
Yes, that was before Group got there.
Right. So I remember them playing, but then I don't remember that year. Then I think it was 2000, or it might have been 2001 when they played the Eagles. Because I think they played the Eagles and the Panthers in the same playoffs and shit, back to back. It had to go through those two teams to get to the Super Bowl and shit. Whenever they went to the Super Bowl and play New England, whatever year that was.
But with that being said, before we get up out of here, player.
Right, what's up?
The NBA.
Oh man.
What is going on as we approach this deadline? What's going on with this All-Star game? It is a disaster. What's going on
in the NBA? We got the world versus the USA this year.
But it's still in a weird format of East and West. You got niggas who from goddamn Brooklyn on the foreign team. Like, I don't know what what's going on. Nigga be like, but my hood was all right. Like, no, nigga, you don't get to do that. No. That's not what's going on. Like, yo. Adam Silver, you can't be out here talking about people's hood was Iraq, bro. Like, it was crazy. You can't say that. You can't say it was like a third world country, bro. You can't do that. You can't just put people like, yo, he from Akron. That's kind of like,
right. That shit kind of like Afghanistan.
Yeah. You see did you see the crime rating? You can put them over there.
You see how they got the houses stacked on each other? That look like Indonesia.
Yeah, big yeah. Like how wilding. Like I'm thinking foreign versus American is like that. Like I'm
thinking the world versus America is going to be all the teams all the players that's of different creeds that's not American,
and it still makes for a better game. As much as everybody keeps saying, "Would a foreign team win?" Not really sure still, because I think America
stop making it seem like the only nigga on the foreign team going to be playing defense is motherfucking Giannis and Wemby. That's the only two niggas on them niggas going to be playing defense.
The American team, I don't give a fuck about Memphis record. They still got Ja.
Right.
They got goddamn
and he's dunking on all them niggas. He definitely tried. Both of them niggas trying to dunk on somebody.
They got LeBron James.
Hey.
What's the big man
Kevin
from
Durant.
Cleveland? Evan Mobley and all these boys.
Yeah.
Like, Jared Allen and all that.
I was gonna say Lucas. But nah, they got motherfuckers though.
We got Donovan Mitchell. Like Americans still gonna win because we can get a bucket. We got Steph Curry still. Like, what are we talking about?
All-star. That's what I said. KD is an all-star. Niggas, These niggas get busy too on the offensive end, but I'm like, what about like the niggas that get busy on the defensive end also get busy on the offensive end?
And then not for
Ant
nothing,
Man,
we got the
Ant Man
four.
get busy on both sides. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
just to make sure we kill y'all off with the overkill, we gonna go get the goddamn international assassin they call Draymond Green. He fitting to step on all y'all chests. All right,
you go
he
ahead,
about to
Draymond
put
just because he's not even an
all
all
y'all
star. He just gonna be
just
there.
because I know he about to be like he said. He gonna
Nah, facts,
get
facts.
him.
Yeah,
He
get
going here. You
him.
go. The white stuff in the corner. Hey, what?
I don't think
Yo, Draymond,
I
wow.
don't think that is a huge advantage for the world team. I think that
Mm-mm.
they might
I
have
don't know.
a slight advantage, honestly. But I don't think that. I think that if they don't play defense, it don't matter. And it's an All Star game, so ain't nobody gonna be really playing defense. You know what I'm
And
saying?
not for
So
nothing, yeah, we also got to stop letting players do something. The one thing with the Olympic shit, but U.S. team, we got Cat. Okay, Cat, you're not from Dominican. Nigga, you from Edison. You from up North Jersey, bro.
you definitely
Shit,
from North Jersey,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Chill out.
I understand that, bro. Your
Like, chill
mother,
out.
RP that. Nigga, you
Uh,
from up North Jersey, nigga. Like, you from out
facts.
here. We went to say, you went, went to St. Joseph's, nigga. I
Yeah.
mean, but either or. We got him. We got Paolo Banchero down in Orlando. We got
Right.
players, bro.
No, that's a fact.
No, I
That's a
mean,
fact.
if Anthony Davis can give us goddamn 5-10 minutes, we got
He
him. You
can't give
got
you
Trey
five, ten
Young.
minutes right now. Shit. Nigga
You know
injured
what I
every
mean?
fucking 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, like American team is still y'all catching up for damn sure, but y'all just not there yet.
I think if they actually be competitive, it will be a dope ass game. If they
Like,
actually go out there, I'm not saying go out there and play like it's a playoff game or even the Olympics or some shit like that. But if you could find some kind of common ground in between, the bullshit that y'all do in the regular All Star game and what y'all do towards the end of the All Star games, I think that should work out perfectly. Just
right?
be a little bit more competitive on the defensive end. I think that we'd be fine for real.
Yeah, we straight. They got us solid on the
Did you
foreign
watch the
team.
Pro Bowl this year? As
Hell
we
no,
talking about the All Star game.
hell no, because they
Yeah,
got the
me
same
either.
issue. The problem is, I feel like with these All Star games, whether people want to realize it or not, because these leagues don't make any real commitments to these players, it's not like you know especially in the NFL, we understand why the Pro Bowl is abolished. If these guys get hurt, y'all start acting funny with the contracts.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
because you guys act funny with the contracts, guess what? Now you make no money off the Pro Bowl because we have to protect our regular season money. We're
no
not
doubt.
out here playing tackle football for us to get hurt, and now the money's messed up.
Facts.
That's why the Pro Bowl doesn't no longer exist anymore. Nobody wants to get hurt. Then when you
Nah,
then
I
for
agree with you.
whatever reason y'all made the Pro Bowl before the Super Bowl when usually it was after, so everyone can participate in the off season. I don't know. I guess because of those down weeks, y'all felt like y'all was looting ratings, so y'all just threw it in there. But my thing is that's supposed to come after the Super Bowl. I guess they
Yeah,
felt like, well, if we put it in, y'all still engaged in the football season because y'all didn't get to see the Super Bowl. Where maybe after the Super Bowl, ain't nobody really watching the Pro Bowl. I guess
right.
maybe that's why they
Well,
looked
I
at it.
think that a lot of people, cause like I remember when they started doing that shit, and one of the main complaints that I had, and a lot of other people had, was, well, damn, what about all the people that played on the Super Bowl that was Pro Bowlers? Like they don't get the
Mm,
chance to play in the Pro Bowl, and of course it's if you want to. But a lot of those guys, I remember, what I'm saying, years after Tom Brady won the Super Bowls, and when the Pro Bowl was after the Super Bowls, he would be at the Pro Bowl. You know what I'm saying? That's dope to see the true, all the the best players in the league show up. But the Pro Bowl now is just on some fan shit more than anything. It's not even about the
yeah,
players no
they
more. It's
said they
about
had
the all pros
four
is what matter. And shit.
in the Pro Bowl game. They had 4,000 people in attendance.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. There's high school games that have more
Honestly,
motherfuckers in
you
attendance.
might as well not even play it
No, that's a fact. That's a
and
fact.
come up with a better. Because I don't think the trick, whatever y'all got going, the skill challenge for the football thing, to me is just not. It just doesn't make sense. Y'all got to come up with something else.
I think them highlighting the skill challenges and not paying attention to the game is what fucked it up. Because when the skill challenges was just like an extra part of the weekend, you know what I'm saying, something that you could watch or not watch. and shit,
Mm-hmm.
and then you turn in on that Sunday or that Saturday afternoon for the actual Pro Bowl game and shit. Like that was a difference. Then they made the actual skill challenges the main thing surrounding the Pro Bowl rather than the Pro Bowl game itself.
I think they can't. So what they should probably do something like the NBA. Make it a weekend event, right? Because we already the game is not happening, right? We know that. So for instance, maybe get the All Stars and let them play a pickup basketball game. You know what I
Right.
mean? Figure out something where it can be competitive
But then
amongst the
that's
best.
like you don't want to promote, you know what I'm saying, the
It's not really.
NBA type shit
It's not
because that's
necessarily.
how that's how they gonna look at it. You know what I'm saying? If it's not football, we're not doing it type shit. So it's like,
Yeah, I mean, but they gotta come up with something, right? Because you would, how you think we just gonna sit here and keep watching Jason Kelsey try to goddamn hike a ball through the five, like, bro, is he even
so
playing in the
instead
NFL anymore?
so instead of doing no, he's
Like,
not.
so
But
I might want to see that shit. Like, what are we
but
doing?
instead of playing like instead of a Pro Bowl game, right? So why don't we have like how the NBA do the Rising Stars and shit with the sophomores and the freshmen and shit. Why don't we have a game similar like that? You know what I'm saying? To where as though we're showing the next people up and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Instead of having the guys that y'all worried about getting injured the most. And I mean, of course, there's going to be some rookies and second year players that's stars that play. But I feel like
or
do it that way with the younger group of
or
guys and shit like that.
let me ask you a question: how would you feel like a flag football game, but instead of it being the current players, how will we find every year it'll be something different? Any retired players that want to participate in like a 7-on-7, something of that nature. So
Right.
now we're still getting the big names, even though they're of yesterday, they still hold a lot of weight, and we can get them out here.
Well, I
Then,
think they tried that shit, and then you know what I'm saying that shit fell off after a while and shit. They
right,
tried to do the legends flag football games and shit, and I think the last time they did it, Mike Vick, you know what I'm saying, was out there playing and all that type of shit like that. But
yeah. And I think they should just incorporate the NFL honors into that weekend because I feel like just incorporate it all into
yeah,
one
no
week.
doubt, no
You know what I
doubt,
mean?
yeah,
Because you're not going to be able to just do it on a 1 day thing like they used to do with the Pro Bowl. You need a weekend. You know
right.
what I mean? So let it
Well,
be the
yeah,
weekend before the
the
Super
Pro
Bowl.
Bowl has been like a 2 or 3 day event as of recently and shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but
So
what's all that
and
shit that
even
y'all
even more
doing?
so that I feel like the games that y'all playing is not doing, bro. Like the most
How did
exciting
we
shit
get back
about
over to
watching this
football?
shit
I thought I was going to do this basketball. How did we get over there?
because we
I
was
just
talking
really,
about the All Star games and shit.
yeah, NFL, you're fucked. Yeah, there's nothing you.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sorry, it's
because
too
they
physical of
both
a
got
sport.
similar problems though. They both got similar
Yeah,
problems. Nobody really want to go out there and give they all because they don't want to get injured and
like
risk
I
losing any.
mean,
You know what I'm
y'all
saying?
damn near in a weird way do it. So y'all might as well they say if y'all can combine the shits because y'all do them shits about 4 weeks apart any fucking way.
Yeah, facts, facts.
Y'all really might as well see if y'all can get
And
NFL and
and you're
NBA can
not
work together.
NFL. You're not doing no contact shit, so you might as well. You know what I'm saying?
And
You might as
honestly,
well see if y'all
I
can.
think like that's the best way you're going to be able to generate ratings for both. Y'all need each other because alone, either one of y'all doing it.
Do something like the
So,
All Star games and shit. Whereas though you got
man,
both
listen,
sides.
I want to see, goddamn Joe Burrow throwing the pass to John Morant.
Nah, no doubt. Yeah, yeah.
We need
I want to
superstars.
see Miles Garrett catching the alley oop from Luka Doncic. You know what I'm saying? Luka Doncic.
Y'all
You know what I'm
might as well
saying? Like,
join it. People are tuning in like, yo, what? John Morant playing,
right.
Justin
That's what I'm
Jefferson
saying.
playing corner,
I feel
or
like you can do shit. Right. You should be able to
LeBron
do
going to
shit
show
like
up
that.
for that because LeBron he want to play football. Let's see it.
You should be able to do shit like that. You know what I'm
And that's
saying?
what I'm
No
saying. A
bullshit.
flag football, go out there and just combine both sports.
Nah, I agree with you. And
I
you
think
know what I'm
that's
saying?
the
Like
best thing for both leagues.
have different type of games for, you know what I'm saying? That shit you could do because there's a lot of foreigners that love soccer and shit. You can incorporate that shit, you know what I'm saying, into in that shit.
Yeah. Or
I'm
even
not
if you
saying
don't,
get the soccer players, but I'm talking about like having like NFL, NBA players doing soccer shit because they all, you know what I'm saying, they all like that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Jokic and
yeah,
those guys will be out there,
yeah,
Luca,
man. Find a way to incorporate other sports. I don't even care if you on the red carpet and you got Christian Ronaldo and LeBron James just
Right.
interviewing people. Find ways
All I
to
know is
incorporate.
when this shit happens, y'all better know where y'all heard that shit first, and we better get our motherfucking restitution.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
Word
saying?
up. You
You
know
know
what I
what I'm
mean?
saying? Straight up and down.
Yeah,
Because
but
that's a dope ass idea that they should act on, because like you said, they about 4 or 6 weeks apart. But
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, with the 2 All-Star games that they do.
Because if you want to just wait till after the Super Bowl, which kind of leads almost in the All Star weekend, right?
Yeah.
Or the trade deadline, that little area around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just I think you can get them all off and just do it at the same
I
time
mean,
for
this
both
week,
sports.
this Sunday is the Super Bowl. Next Sunday is the All-Star game.
Or
You
just
know
make
what
it
I'm
like
saying?
an NFL. Come up with a bunch of skill challenges and just make it NFL versus the NBA. Let's get that little that we always wanted
Right,
anyway, like
yeah.
the Rock versus Hulk
No doubt.
Hogan. Like let's get
Right.
that clash of both things that people always wanted to know. These are good athletes. We always wondered what it would be like. So we'll take skill challenges from
Right.
both NFL and NBA skill challenges, mix
Right.
the players in, and then come up with something. But now
Yeah,
you know
see,
it's really star studded in a real way.
that'll be
Put the
fire. Kind of
put
like
the
how you remember how like MTV and those people used to do like their All-Star games, where it just be a whole bunch of
right.
people, you know what I'm saying, playing basketball and shit like that. You
You
got
got
Deion Sanders
literally
out there, you know what I'm saying?
you
Like,
literally got A1 names all over the place.
facts.
And if it helps,
Facts.
go
Why
ahead. You
not?
can throw Rock and Kevin Hart somewhere in the mix. Let them, do
Host,
they
or you know
look
what I'm saying? Right,
right.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Facts.
You can
Facts.
just incorporate it all because that's the biggest you're going to get. Is the idea you and
Word.
me just did on the Weekend Big. That's the biggest you're going to get. You
Come
have
on.
to just do it around the same time because they're going to take the weekend and do it anyway. So y'all might as well incorporate y'all shit too.
Straight up.
And just let the
Straight up.
NBA and everybody else open up the forums to the NFL honors. Let LeBron work the red carpet a little bit. You know what I mean? Like you can have a whole little media run that y'all usually do for the NFL and the NBA. Y'all
Right.
gonna do y'all just intertwining sports and
It's
entertainment.
not like most of the reporters cover both sports anyway, so it's not like it's
Right.
going to be a
So
different.
everybody's gonna show up. All the
Right.
podcasters are gonna want to show up.
Of
You know,
course,
everybody
all the
just make it up. Make it
networks and all that shit.
just
Facts.
make it one big event and the ratings will hit. People will tune in for that because it's nothing but star studded every time you turn the corner.
You gotta stop giving out game for free, nigga.
Hey man, should have put this on the
You gotta
Patreon.
stop giving out game for free and shit. Yeah, facts. We
Yeah.
should have had said this shit over on the backstage shit. Backstage shit is
Yeah,
different than what y'all getting on this for real. You know,
yeah,
whole
yeah,
different
man.
conversation and shit too.
Well, with that being done, the
Man,
case,
we about to wrap this shit up too, bro.
yeah,
About to wrap this shit up. But you got anything else you want to say about this shit?
man, I said enough, man.
Because I'm not. I don't care about the All-Star game on either side, Pro Bowl or the actual NBA All-Star game.
Man,
For real.
I care about one thing. And what was that link again, sir?
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
It is with the link one more time.
Always.
Bam, right there.
As
Smoking Bud
always, you know
Network.
what I'm saying? As always.
Yes, please go check into that, man.
As always.
Comment, let us know who y'all think going to win the Super Bowl. Okay, what ideas do y'all got to fix some of these all-star debacles?
Question of the motherfucking week. How would you fix the All-Star / Pro
Hello.
Bowl? You know,
Yeah, because they need
How-
help. They need our help, viewers. They trying to get our
Facts.
viewership. What would make
Facts.
us, y'all people? What would make us in the barbershops? What makes us want to tune in to these games? They need our help, bro.
no bullshit.
I mean, you know what I mean?
No bullshit.
For our own personal entertainment. I mean, you should put it in the comment section, man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And with that being said, we're gonna catch you guys on the next episode. Next episode probably won't be until Valentine's Day, but we will have a special guest that day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And just tune in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just tune in. We're gonna be promoting throughout the week. You guys will see who we talk about throughout the week and shit.
Yes,
But
sir.
until then, y'all remember, stay fried, my friends. We're gonna catch you guys in the next one. Peace and love.